So, guess who's back? And guess who had the ability to play Sonic Racing CrossWorlds a little bit before the network test? And I have some news. J. Cole was spitting. It seems like two legends can coexist. The cake conversation that's been surrounding this game, it has actually been accurate the entire time, because for the first time in a long time, y'all know the Sonic image. If you on Sonic Twitter, I can say Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is standing next hand by hand to Mario. For the first time in quite a long time, I can say that without any ounce of self-pity, disrespect, any hint of maybe this isn't the case. No, I think Sonic Racing CrossWorlds wholeheartedly is a solid, great alternative to playing the most recent Mario Kart entry. However, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that one game is clearly better than the other, because if you actually sat down and you play both of these games, set out to do two entirely different things. Playing Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, that game has a lot more focus on being a casual experience kart racer. It has the gadget systems that allows for you to customize how you interact with your races. Each and every race, in fact, the ability to change up your gadgets on the preset options that you have can make each race in the Grand Prix feel different than the last. I'm gonna hope that they're a little bit peculiar, whatever oh my god, bro, I stopped doing YouTube and I can't speak anymore. But I hope they're a little bit cautious about how they go about balancing them, because I can easily see with how some of these are set up, there is going to be a clear meta. There's gonna be the ones you run all the time and the ones that you never run. Being able to have the double wisp at the start so you can go ahead and breeze through those first couple of skips on the map. I don't see a world where people are not always running that one, but hopefully things get ironed out. But Sonic Racing CrossWorlds feels a little fast and loose, drifting around everything. Doesn't feel as refined as I would like it to, but it is still an enjoyable experience. I think the game looks pretty outside of the Sonic Frontiers level that is not yet in the game, but you've seen the footage, and that low-key could just be because I think Sonic Frontiers is ugly as hell anyways. I don't know if that's still a hot take anything, but despite the consistent dooming that you have seen, I remember people were saying the OST is do butter garbage. Now all of a sudden y'all trying to say it's peak all along and y'all issuing y'all apology forms. No, this is why y'all need to drop the agenda, son. The agenda pushing y'all do does nothing for anybody, because you either look stupid or you get an ego about it. But if you're a normal ass person with a job like me who can appreciate what both games set out to do, I don't know, maybe I'm just better than you. Anyways, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is sensational. I am very excited to see this game fully stick the landing when it launches next month. And if you, Lil Birdie might just say, well, we might be doing a little bit of a giveaway. Now, I go ahead and subscribe, because the next video I release, we're going to be talking about that a little bit more directly. But we'll get there when we get there. And as the network test played, I got to experience the Grand Prix, which is you're going to be seeing footage from that I've recorded on my own. And I am very happy with the game. I think it is a solid alternative, as I said earlier. And I think that there are some things that people are not going to like me saying, but I think both these games, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds and Mario Kart World, are great. They're great. At Mario Kart's core, despite the fact that my issue with the game and a lot of people's other issues with the game are based around the intermission courses, I think at its core, Mario Kart World is a different enough experience to warrant checking out and also playing and giving at least a chance. Now, I understand not everybody want to go ahead and drop $80 on a game and plus have to go get a Switch 2 in a bundle. By the way, I had to buy it for a special someone recently, and if you're fine with picking up your Switch games pre-owned, which I have always advocated for on this channel, I got my copy of Mario Kart World at GameStop for $60. I did have my $5 monthly coupon as being a pro member, but I will always recommend, hey, if you know a method you can utilize to get Switch 2 game or just any of these huge upcoming big titles for a little bit under that MSRP mark, hey, do what you got to do. And I think Mario Kart World, I don't think it's worth $80, but I think it is a sensational game. That trick system completely changes how you interact with that game's world. There is nothing in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds that has me at the edge of my seat when I'm playing Mario Kart World and I'm deciding if, hey, do I go for this low-key kind of crazy maneuver just so I can save a couple of seconds off but also cut off the rest of the competition? That great question mark ruin skip I always think about, because it is probably the best representation to me what this game is at its peak potential. It requires you to be a little bit more mechanically involved with the game. It's not as casual as past Mario Karts. Just watch RDC play this game. They hated that damn game. But it is cool if you want to put the time into it and you want to get it out. However, Mario Kart World does have the disadvantage of having low-key, really lackluster single-player content, because racing games are meant to be played both offline and online. I cannot tell you how many times I played Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform offline just because I loved that game. I loved it so much, and I don't regret a single minute I spent playing that game. And when it comes to Racing CrossWorlds or Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, I'm so happy to say that this game seems like it's gonna have content out the wazoo. All the race options, the time trials options, just from what we can see in the menus, man, they finally did it. They made a game that's going to bang. And one thing I'm a little bit disappointed by, and if you've been in Sonic Twitter Spaces for a while now, you have seen the consistent Doom posting, the repeat offenders, and you know how annoying they've been. Now, I was part of the train of, ooh, man, Sonic, how do you respond to Mario Kart? And the marketing for this game has been low-key trash. We can talk about it. It's been abysmal for a while. I don't know what's up with modern Sega releasing the game and showing it off in the worst possible light ever, and then slowly over time be like, guys, we're sorry here. We can course correct and show you the things that we should have been showing you at launch to make you guys way more interested in the game. But I digress. What's in the past is in the past, and I'm happy that they're giving us the opportunity to play the game, even though a bunch of us figured out how to play it early. But I'm satisfied. I'm happy. And sometimes that's all you need is a game to just be fun.
If I don't get my son back, and I mean real soon, you better kill yourself.